It's a huge milestone for the country. It's a really huge milestone for Gondwana. It represents a new chapter for us and shows that we don't just restore the land, we actually contribute to our national and continental agenda to protect the species. About 30 years ago, the founders of Gondwana bought farms in the Fish River Canyon landscape. And these farms had previously been livestock farms, and the land had been subjected to overgrazing. So the ecosystem was quite dilapidated, biodiversity was suffering, and one of the founders describes it as being soundless. You couldn't hear any evidence of nature. So they bought up these farms, and their intention was to restore and rewild this ecosystem. And the tourism offering, the lodges that Gondwana has in that area, was sort of a secondary initiative to provide a funding stream to make real this restoration story. Initially, through years of exposure to the tourism and conservation space in Namibia, Tinus and I sat and we deliberated the incredible conservation opportunity that Namibia presents as a global conservation country.
It's important that we try and bring back the environment to what it was historically. So I think it's a combination of those two. Saving a critically endangered animal and then also just recreating those ancient spaces. Collaboration is critical, not only from a micro but also from a macro point of view. If you look at exactly what's happened, what's transpired between Gondwana and ERP, it's a bringing together of different expertise, different assets in that, and putting that into one pool and creating something so substantial like the Canyon Park. And from a macro point of view, conservation should be taken on a national basis. And often what you see is you've got a lot of environmental companies that work in silos, and there's obviously not good synergy in that regard. So it's always important that that the different organisations involved in looking after the environment have got a certain amount of collaborations that the most effective plan is actually put into the ground. This is a defining moment in the conservation story because we're bringing back black rhino, and they were present in this area over 100 years ago. So taking a landscape that was previously overgrazed, something that could not have supported a megafauna like the black rhino, and now having one of the world's biggest black rhino conservation areas, it's a really beautiful full story moment. From a personal point of view, it's all about having a purpose in life, and what greater purpose can there be to look after an animal like the black rhino, which is essentially a keystone contributor to the environment. It's such an essential part of Namibia's profile and character is the black rhino. Namibia is the last destination on earth where black rhinos are actually ranging on free-range land, not encumbered by fences and so forth. So, what Namibia has here is the opportunity to go directly upstream and to take this incredible, extraordinary potential that we have and to unlock it for the greater good.